Welcome back, subscribers, to Meals with Michael. So it's the holidays, and what happens at holidays? Well, we get to thinking about all the sweet things that we can have during this time period when we are dieting or just spending time with family. So what I'm doing today is I am doing a lemon white chocolate truffle. Truffles are not as hard as people seem to think that they can be. It just sounds complicated, but it's not. We've got a few simple tips we'll be going through here to make sure everything turns out right. But at the same time, you gotta have patience when you're doing truffles because it takes a long time. Prep work, not that long. Refrigeration time, a couple of hours. So be prepared for that side of things. So to make lemon truffles, these were supposed to have been limoncello truffles. I love limoncello. It's this lemon liqueur from Italy. It is strong and tart and just so savory at the same time. However, I didn't want to buy a whole bottle of limoncello just for 1 tablespoon that I need for this recipe. So I went to my local liquor store and I was looking at those little miniature bottles, you know, the kind you get in the airports or at the on the airplane that flight attendants give you. And they didn't have anything in limoncello. The closest they had was this lemon vodka. So I bought the lemon vodka. It's okay. It's not as strong as I would like it to be. So I'm adding a little extra lemon to this whole thing so I can get that really lemon flavor that I'm looking for. So, but we're going to start with our chocolate. So you want good quality white chocolate for this. Do not go for the cheap chocolate. Don't get the melting wafers or anything. You want good quality white chocolate for this. So how do you know good quality white chocolate? Well, when you break it, it snaps and snaps and snaps again. So you want to break up. In this case, we are doing 24 ounces. So these white chocolate bars that I found that are high end are 4 ounces each. So I had to get 6 bars of white chocolate. Thank goodness there was a sale because it's the holidays for this stuff. So you want to take your white chocolate and you're going to be adding in a, was this 14? Yeah, 14 ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. Not just condensed milk, but sweetened condensed milk. So you want to add that in as it goes slowly. What was that? Anticipation kind of thing. So you want to add that. Yum. This is going to be good. I made some truffles earlier today. I made some sugar cookie truffles. Very simple to do. You just take about 10 to 12 sugar cookies, unfrosted, and you crush them down to a fine powder. Get about 2 cups out of that. You add in 8 ounces of room temperature cream cheese. Bring that all together into a dough. Scoop out a tablespoon each. And then you use those melting white wafers. And you melt those in the microwave. And you just dip the chocolate in that. And I added some Christmas sprinkles to it. So a real simple recipe. This one's a little more complex, but not terrible. Because, you know, again, being the holidays, you don't want to spend a lot of time doing stuff, but you want it to feel like you've spent a lot of time. And of course, a 2-hour waiting period. So we're getting all of this sweetened condensed milk out. So you want to put this in your microwave, easiest way, not double boiler, microwave at half power for 30-second intervals. So you're going to be stirring it and seeing how it melts up. So let's put this here. Turn my turntable off because that dish is too big. It's not going to be able to rotate anyway. Cook time 30 seconds. Half power. So here's the thing about good quality white chocolate. It is tempered. Tempered means that it has been brought up to a good temperature, brought down again, so that all these sugar molecules and fat molecules have bound together and you get that good quality chocolate that makes that snap when you break it. Here's the thing about tempered chocolate. It's designed to hold its shape, whatever shape you end up with. So in this case, if you use chips, if you use squares like I've been using here from the bar, it's not going to melt. You're not going to see that happen. So I usually start off with just doing this twice. We'll do it again. Turntable off. 30 seconds, power level 5. Okay. So you're not gonna, like I said, not gonna see it melt. So you have to stir it for it to start to melt up and become creamy consistency. So we're just going to let this go for a few more seconds and we will start to stir as we go. My dish may become hot, so I have to get ready for that. And one moment and we'll check and see how we're doing. You don't want to do this all at once for like 2 minutes or something like that, because what will happen is you'll end up burning your white chocolate, and of course nobody wants that. Okay, so, oh yeah, so this is already starting to melt up. We're gonna do this, we're gonna stir it up a little bit here. We're gonna do it again for a couple more intervals. Again, remember it's half power, 30 seconds at a time, until it becomes a good creamy consistency. So we're gonna work on that for a little bit, get it creamy, and we'll come back in a moment. Okay, so I've had to do that microwave at 30 seconds at half power for about 4 more times, so about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes total, maybe up to 3, depending on the power of your microwave. But what you're going to get at the end here is this wonderful mixture. Okay, sets up pretty quickly, so you gotta work fairly quickly. So we're gonna try to get through this video fairly fast off of things. All right, so once you've got your chocolate melted out with your sweetened condensed milk, you want to add in 2 cups of confectioner sugar, powdered sugar. Yes, this is a sweet dish. This is not a savory dish. So you want to mix that together. In addition to that, you're going to be adding in the zest of 1 whole lemon. So I microplaned that in. And because I was concerned about the lemon flavor, because it's not limoncello that I'm using, it's a lemon vodka, I actually took a tablespoon of the lemon juice from that lemon that I zested as well, and 1 tablespoon of the lemon vodka. So here we go. Now, this being lemon, you want people to know it's lemon. How do people know things are a certain way? Lemon, strawberry, blueberry. It's usually the color or the fruit that's showing off of that. So this does not have a strong yellow color to it. So I'm going to add in a few drops of food coloring, and you want to use an oil-based food coloring. Why oil-based? Well, because you're working with chocolate. If you add water, it's going to seize up your chocolate, which of course you don't want. I'm trying to work all this confectioner sugar in there as I go. So I have an oil-based yellow food coloring. Do about 3 drops, I think. Should probably do it. I don't want to overdo the color. Of course, you can always add more. Interestingly enough, it's yellow, but it actually comes out orange. But when it mixes in together, you get more of a yellow. So holiday time, as I said, is above us, upon us. So this is a great time to make treats for your friends, to put things together, you know, bring people together into your household, baking, cooking, candy making, whatever works for you there. Okay, so I'm going to take a few minutes to stir this together. As you see, it's not that easy to put together. So we'll be back once I get all this mixed in, and then we'll start to roll our truffles. We have another cup of confectioner sugar to roll them in when we get them out. And I've got some sanding sugar as well to add to our truffles. Why sanding sugar? Well, one of it, I would need a little more sweetness to cut through some of that lemon that we have in here, the lemon juice and the lemon rind, zest, and of course the lemon liqueur. or liquor. Actually, in this case, it's not liqueur, it's a liquor for it. And you want to use sanding sugar because it has bigger grains than regular sugar. The sanding sugar won't actually melt right into your candy like a regular granulated sugar will. So we have, and I did a color, yellow, because again, I want a little more color off of this as well. So I'm going to finish mixing this up and we'll be right back. Okay, so I got this all mixed up now. We have our nice pale yellow color. We're going to put this in our refrigerator. We're going to cover it with some plastic wrap, put it in our refrigerator for 2 hours. Once the 2 hours have come up and it's set up and it's firm, you'll be able to scoop it out, roll into balls, dip into your confectioner sugar and your sanding sugar, put on your parchment paper and everything as well. So we'll be back in about 2 hours. Okay, so this sat in the refrigerator for the 2 hour period. I took it out. It was hard as a rock. Okay, so apparently my refrigerator is pretty darn cold. So never fear, microwaves are here to save the day. So I put the mixture back into the microwave for about a minute, let it warm up a little bit. As I've been working with this, it actually is working out. so this is good. So you will then take your mixture that you've taken out and maybe have to bring it slightly up to room temperature or a little bit below so you can actually scoop it out. I have here a cookie scooper, which is a 1 tablespoon one that you use for drop cookies and things like that. So you want to get about a tablespoon of the mixture out. My cookie scooper doesn't want to cooperate. I'm having trouble with candy today. It's all fun, it's all good, but we'll get there eventually. The good part is that even if it falls apart in your hands like this, like mine's doing right now, okay, you can mold it back together because that's what great chocolate will do. Okay, so roll it into a ball with the palm of your hands, and actually that helps warm things up as well and keep it going. You can then shape it a little bit because my rounded balls aren't always perfect. Drop it into your powdered sugar, so you have about a cup of powdered sugar here that we're just dropping it in. And then I'm rolling it in my sanding sugar for just a little bit of luster for this. And then I have a parchment lined baking sheet that I'm putting them on. And I'm going to continue to do this. I'm going to get about a couple dozen out of this total. Put it back in the refrigerator for around 10 minutes for them to set up, and they're good to go. So you can put them in little candy cups if you want to do that, or just leave them in a nice tray in a bowl. They should stay in your refrigerator, or you can freeze them for a couple of months. When you are getting ready to serve them, take them out of your refrigerator and let them come up to room temperature, roughly so people enjoy them for that. It has a strong lemon flavor, which I really like. It's not tart, but it has that nice lemon zest to it. So the zest helped the lemon juice, the vodka lemon vodka also helped with that as well. So here you have Meals with Michael, a lemon flavored white chocolate truffle, good for holidays or any time of the year, for gifting, for yourself, however you want to do it. This has been Meals with Michael. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you next time.